Kia ora, Helen, Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling, magical Monday. Yes, it's that day of the week where we create the spark that's going to set the tone for the rest of the week. And today I got to finish off my decluttering from yesterday. But what did you do to create your spark to see you through the week? And I think I got today titled, I'm going to go through all of this. Let's see, Magic of Decluttering. All right, we'll get to that in a moment. Today is a very important day. There's three things that happened on the 25th of April. The first was in 1915 when the Anzacs, the Australian New Zealand Army Corps, landed on the Gallipoli Peninsula in Turkey as part of the Gallipoli campaign. You can go read all about it. 25th of April, and there's the movie Gallipoli and all of that as well if you want to see the Hollywood version of it. A long 8-month battle that actually ended in a stalemate, lots of lives lost. And then, so that was the first thing is that day. Then many years later in New Zealand and Australia, it got turned into like a Memorial Day. So it became a date that we could commemorate all of those who had served and had lost their lives in any type of war, peacekeeping campaign, anything like that. So that became our Memorial Day. Then on the 25th of April in 1945, my in-laws got married. So today would have been their 77th wedding anniversary if they were both still with us. But so that was pretty cool. And then on this day, 24 years ago, we call it the yes day, because on this day, 24 years ago, that Brad proposed and I said yes. And then every year since that day on the 25th, if he was at work, I would leave him, because I always got into work before he did, or if he left to go to work, I got on the phone and called his office to leave him voicemail. But I would just say yes and hang up. That's all I would say. And the first time I did that on the 1-year anniversary, he calls me back and goes, "Why did you just leave a voicemail that just said yes?" I said, "Well, what date is it?" He goes, "Well, I don't know." And I said, "Well, have a look at your calendar." He goes, "Okay, what's significant about today?" And I just I said, "What did you do a year ago today?" And it took him a while, but he finally figured out what it was. And he's like, "Oh." I said, "Yes." And I'm just letting you know, I would still say yes. And so 24 years later, I'm still saying yes. Even, and I said in the post I put on, where did I put that post? I put a post out there somewhere today that said that, that knowing what I know now, had I known that back then, 24 years ago, I still would have said yes. It's as simple as that. It's yesterday. It's the day that Brad proposed in 1998 on this day. So it's been a very roller coaster day, and I was working through all the emotions of all of that today when a friend of mine posted about the wake-up call this morning was going to be an emotional one, and I'm like I'm not already emotionally raw right now. So yeah, it's been a very up and down day as far as emotions go. And then my niece was supposed to arrive today, but then she realized where she was in conjunction to where I was. And it's like 10-hour drive, so she wouldn't get here till like around 10 o'clock this evening. So she said, "What time do you get up in the morning?" I said, "Well, I'm an early bird. I'm usually up at 5. And she's like, "Oh, great." So I'm not sure and I said, "But at 8 o'clock, I do have a call that goes for about 30 to 40 minutes. And I got to be on the Zoom for that." And she's like, "Okay." So I don't know what time she's turning up in the morning, but she is making her way down here, and she'll be here tomorrow for tomorrow night. So looking forward to seeing her. Can't wait. And then I was sort of like, oh, thank goodness for that, because now I don't have to rush to get the stuff over to storage, to get the vacuum cleaner out. I've got a little longer today to do that. And so I was able to, so the whole thing to the storage unit took less than an hour. I thought it was like a 30-minute drive to get there. No, I left here at 2:15. I got back, what time did I get back? At 3:25, but I did have a stop along the way. I needed something to drink, so I stopped along the way to pick up something to drink and came back. But by the time I got to the storage unit, there was like nobody there, which is what I love about Monday afternoons, nobody there. And so I was able to back in right in front of the door, and I had my little pink cart. I pulled my pink cart out. It took me 2 loads on my pink cart to get everything into the little store. So it wasn't a lot. Like I said, it wasn't a lot of stuff to go there, but it makes a huge difference in when you're in an RV, which I think, let's see, I'm about 8 feet wide on the inside, I think I am, and like 32 feet long. So whatever that is times that, and then I've just got the 2 pop-outs. And I think I worked out it's like 250 square feet or something, somewhere around there. It's less than 300 square feet. So when you're in that and you just take out just a couple of things, it makes a huge difference. And of course, just before I left, the Amazon delivery guy turned up with my box of toilet, and I mean a carton of toilet paper, because it's hard to get this stuff at times. And the only other place I found it is Walmart, but I actually found it through Amazon. It is cheaper, and I get 48 rolls, 42 rolls, 48 rolls, I think it is, of the special paper we have to use in RVs. That's quick dissolving. And I'm down to my last 8-roll pack in the storage locker. And so it's time to reorder. So now I have to go break that box open and distribute it into that locker area. And then also my paper. And so then I was like, oh, great. Good, that's here. Yay, don't have to panic or anything else. See, sometimes I do a lot of forward planning. And so then I got back, and just after I got back here, the UPS guy arrived, and I'm like, what the heck's he delivering? I thought, oh, that'll be my paper towels. So my paper towels arrived today too, and I was down to 1 roll left in the locker, and I have nothing inside the RV. So I've got to go pull that one out of the locker and then put these rolls into that space down there. So that'll be in the morning. I'll get that done after the call, go and put those in so I can get rid of those cartons. And I finally, only because I had to, finally bought the box in that has the foam for the squabs for the seats on the bench seats here for the dinette. So that is now inside, but I'm not going to do anything with it right now. It's going to wait till the weekend when I'll probably do it on Friday, open up the box and lay the foam out on the couch, and let it do its rising thing and airing out thing and all of that good stuff. And then on Saturday, I'll figure out how to cut it. Although my dad told me, he says, when you measure it and you put the line across there, he says, just get a box cutter and you want light strokes. He said, it'll take a while, but you want light strokes because that'll stop it getting squished and out of shape and ending up with one piece that goes like this and the other piece that goes the other way, that fits in there. He says, just light strokes in a row. I'm like, okay. So, but the cut ends will go up against the walls here. And so I got the seat covers out. I did not put those in storage. And then I came back and I'm like looking around and going, no, I probably could have taken that to storage and that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. Not going back there anytime soon. If I do, it's going to be, I don't even have a morning this week that I could do that. So, I won't be going to the storage unit for a while. But, I've got a lot of stuff. Got some stuff over there. Like I said, 2 pink carts full. That's all it took me. And, of course, as I'm walking back to pick up the second load, I noticed where their flatbed trolleys were right by the door there. And I'm like, nah, I can get... And when I loaded up the trolley, I thought, well, that's everything in there. There was a couple of pieces I had to carry by hand, but one had a shoulder strap on. That went on the shoulder down there. And I was in and out of the storage unit in like 10 minutes. And I thought, this is good. And I needed something to drink. I had my water with me, and I even had the half-gallon water jug that we take with us whenever we go in the car. Whenever I have Zeffie and I in the car, we take that, and I use that to fill up her water bottle and her water bowl and my water bottle. She found it very hot outside today, but of course I had the doors open. I didn't want her running away, so I had her on the long lead, and she could lay in. And fortunately, the wind was on our side, so I would have the awning out, and she could either lay in the shade or she could lay in the other one. And I had her water bowl from the car out for her, because there's no way I could put that in the car, because I actually had to fold the seats down to get everything in there. But she was panting a lot out there. She was hot. I mean, it was like 80-something degrees outside. And so as soon as I got the car loaded up, brought her back inside, filled up the half-gallon water jug, got my water bottle, found my keys. I was panic. I had a slight panic there. So where did I put my storage keys? Then I remembered what bag they were in. They weren't where I thought they were. And when I'm in the car and I'm looking through the glove compartment and that, and I'm like, check your day pack. So I came in and checked my day pack, and there they were in the outside pocket where I put my storage keys every single time. Why I didn't think of it today, I don't know. But then the whole way there, I'm like thinking, okay, what's the access code? What's the access code? And then I get there and I start typing and going, yeah, no, that's not right. And so I got it the second time, and then every time after that. So we did good. But got back, so then went and grabbed something. Got a what did I get? Something cold. I got an iced mocha. I don't usually drink coffee, but I like mochas. So I got an iced mocha and had a nice sip of that on the way home. and I got home at 3:25. So, just an hour and 10 minutes I was gone, but everything was done, and I would have been back in less than an hour had I just come straight home and not stopped off to go through a drive-through to get the iced mocha. So I'm pretty proud of myself. And then I've been doing some other sorting and tidying. And it's like, I feel like I need to do another trip to the storage unit again. It's like, yeah, we're not doing that right now. So now it's just tidying up. I still have the vacuuming to do, but I'm exhausted right now. Probably do it in the morning. Once the bed, I'll start vacuuming and she pulls up. I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm vacuuming. But that's okay. Maybe I will do it tonight. I'm just exhausted. I just want to go to bed and go to sleep. But yeah, so it's been a pretty good day. And getting rid of that stuff out of the RV and coming in and seeing that empty space where stuff was, it's been kind of cool. And I actually managed to get Zephy to sit next to me on the couch. I'm going to be able to do that for a while. And so I got her to sit next to me, and she was sort of just looking all around, like, well, this is different. So yeah, because I've been thinking about where our couch is, taking the couch out and putting a reclining love seat in there, and then having her crate tucked into the pop-out area rather than having it where it is right behind the driver's seat. It'll be good if I could get it in there. But I just got to work on the logistics of it a little bit and find something that's going to exactly fit, that I can have a wall recliner. And the wall recliner is one that doesn't tip back, it reclines forward. So if you have a wall hugger recliner, you only need about 4 to 6 inches behind the recliner. And when you go to recline back, it actually slides forward. So the head area might lightly brush the wall or completely miss it with that 4 to 6 inch space. So I'm thinking of putting that, and you can get ones that go into the slides, into the pop-outs on RVs. So it's just coming down to the actual measurements, because behind the couch there and Zephy's crate would fit in perfectly between the back of the dinette and where this box thing is, which is supposed to be some sort of electrical thing. It will fit perfectly in between that. And then it's will the recliner work with this box thing sitting there. So you're going to have to talk to some RV people about that and see if we can get that in there, because that would be really cool to have a recliner that reclines instead of goes back about an inch and stops. Unless you completely clear the little table, face it backwards, and then you can recline. But you can't watch TV that way. I like to recline when I'm watching TV. And if I fall asleep, I fall asleep. It's okay. Anyway, so the decluttering has done really well. My creativity's gone ballistic. I added more things to my mind map today for my huge, big zoom out picture of everything. I still have a week to go before I meet with my mentor on this and show him what I've come up with. So that's going to be a very interesting meeting. And even when I was decluttering yesterday, I added 3 things to the list and I got them into the mind map today. And so it's all good. It's all good. And then this evening I got to have a really cool conversation with a fellow polka dot, and that was really cool. We didn't talk anything about business till the last 3 minutes. We were talking about all this about moving and not moving, and just very, very different lives, but yet some similarities in there too. So it was a very cool meeting. Enjoyed that very much. So I just realized I haven't had dinner yet. Might go make a protein shake. Yes, maybe a protein smoothie. Might just do a shake. I think I might just do a shake, because then I won't have the sugar from the fruit to pep me up for bed. Yeah, I might do that. Anyway, what's your spark for the week that's going to create magic throughout the week? Oh, and I got introduced to a really cool app too, and I lost time on that one. I relaxed and played with that. That was really, really cool. And the person who showed it to me, I've already sent her one of, I think it was 27 or 29 things I created with this app that she had told me about. And but it's really cool because we're going to get to meet this weekend, because she's helping me out with some crypto in NTFs, NFTs, whatever that other letter thingy is. NFTs. Non-fungibles, yes, so NFTs. Because I come across a hiccup that I don't know how to do. So she's going to see if she can help me through that. But anyway, I'm out of here. Have a super fantastic sparkling weekend. Weekend? It's only Monday. Oh, I need a weekend. It's only Monday. I'm already saying have a good weekend. Have a super fantastic sparkling week. We will catch you tomorrow. And tomorrow is day 1000. It is day 1000 today. Tomorrow. Today's day 999. Tomorrow is day 1000 of 1000 days of doing Facebook Lives every day for 1000 days, which means tomorrow we get there and there'll be 96 days to go till the 31st of July, which will be the 3-year mark. So super excited about that. And I might see if I can have a guest on with me tomorrow too. In fact, I have a really cool thing for us to try, so we might do it. Yeah, I might see if she'll be willing to do it on a live with me. That would be really cool. It's a really cool thing. So yes, so I've got a plan for something we could do tomorrow, and if she's open to it, we'll do it together on the air. But anyway, I'm out of here, and what is it? You'll have to wait and find out. I know, but I don't want to say what it is if she doesn't want to do it with me. So, and then I get here and I'm stuck doing it by myself. Anyway, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you guys back here tomorrow for Tune Up Tuesday. Hey, Conrad.